Well, hello! Welcome back to my channel, Just Shauna here, to talk about some friggin' books. So trying a new setup because, I don't know, I can't be consistent with how I'm filming. I can't be consistent with my thumbnails, although I have been pretty consistent with them for a while now. I was changing my thumbnail style like every 2 months, and now I'm kind of just keeping with what I've got going on, mostly because, like, who fucking cares? It's fine, whatever. Number 2, I cannot say consistent with if I'm sitting in a chair, if I'm standing up, where I'm standing, how my camera is angled. I can't be bothered. I am consistent with posting regularly, but everything else, just changing all the time. But yeah, I got this new reading chair for in this room. It's not like, you know, a chair. It's a chair. It's not a chair. It is a chair. But, you know, it's not like a solid, like, piece of furniture from West Elm or something. It's just, like, got these little metal rod legs that you put together. But it looked so cozy, comfy for reading. And a lot of actual nice living room chairs, they look nice aesthetically sitting in the room, but they don't look that cozy to sit and get comfy on to read. And this one did, and oh my god, it's so, I can just like, I can get like all, like read like this, you know, I can sit with my legs crossed and read. I can just, that's not literally how I read. I usually have a pillow across from me to hold my arms up because my shoulder and my neck are elderly. Also, I got into a car accident years ago and got major whiplash, and ever since then, my neck and my shoulder and like my shoulder blades just hurt all the time, always. So yeah, I have to like be positioned properly to read. Even then, it still hurts. But anyway, yeah, so I like this chair. And I thought, let's try to fucking film with it. So yeah, let me know if you have thoughts. I mean, probably nobody cares how I am sitting or standing if I'm recording videos. But if you do have an opinion, let me know. I believe I combined these last year also, did I? I don't know, I feel like one other time I combined these 2 tags. And this time I'm sort of combining them, and there's some questions that are like duplicates that I'm just skipping. But the 2 tags, per the title, are the mid-year book Freakout tag and then the mid-year book check-in tag. And the book Freakout tag, I think that was originally created by Chammy, who does not have a channel anymore, and maybe someone else, I can't remember. And then Dane Reads, hello Dane, made the mid-year book check-in tag. So the mid-year book check-in, I am doing the full questions, so I will start with that one, and then I'll jump over to the couple of questions that I'm using from the mid-year book Freakout tag, right? I'm just doing what I want, because that's what I do. Number 1 is, how many books have you read this year? I have read 37 books so far. I set my goal for the year at 50, which I think is what I did last year too, and maybe the year before, I don't know. I just set it at 50 because chances are I'm always going to be able to read 50 books in a year. I mean, I'm at 37 right now, so I think so. And then anything over that is cool, but I would like to be reading 50 books a year, minimum. Number 2 is, what is your favorite book so far this year? And I'm picking 3 for this. The only 3 books that I have given 5 stars to this year, other than City of Girls that I reread in January, but that's a reread and it's City of Girls. That's always going to get 5 stars. The first 5-star of the year, as you know, if you've been watching my channel, The Chosen and the Beautiful by Nevo. Love this. It is a contemporary fantasy Great Gatsby retelling, and it was so good. Nevo's writing style is amazing, and this book was The Great Gatsby, but better. Truly, it was so good. Oh my god. And then the next 5-star read of the year was the first book in the Legends of the First Empire series that was not a reread for me. So this is my first time reading this one, and I predict that the final book in the series will end up being 5 stars as well, but I was not expecting this one to be. Age of Death by Michael J. Sullivan. This is book 5 in the Legends of the First Empire series. Seriously, everybody is sleeping on this series. If you like adult fantasy, read this fucking series. Oh my god, I'm not going to say anything about the plot of this book, obviously, but things happened, many tabs. Purple is like emotional, this lighter purple, and there are several times where I got quite emotional. The end of this book, like the last fucking paragraph, the last page, I legit was yelling at the book. Like, I screamed out loud when I read that final sentence. It's such a cliffhanger. And I screamed out loud, what the fuck is this shit? I was so upset. Like, the ending of a book has not hit me like this in a minute. The ending of this was just like, what the fuck? So yeah, this one. And then my third one, this one I went back and forth between a 4.75 and a 5. I am trying to be more lenient with 5 stars, and even in doing that, I've only had however many. No, oh, there is another one I had. Hold on. Wait, did I? Was that a 5 star? I thought it was. Oh no, it wasn't. That one should be 5 also. If I'm, see, I'm trying to be more lenient. Yeah, I'm gonna have one more 5. I'm changing it. Fuck it. So I just had an existential crisis real quick. There is technically a book that I'm changing my rating for, because now thinking back on it, it was 5 stars. So that one would have been my first 5 star of the year. It was in January. We'll get to that in a second. This one though, the most recent one, is Son of the Storm by Suyi Davies Okungbawa. I was heavily anticipating this. I pre-ordered it. I really liked David Mogo God Hunter, a standalone by this same author, but I didn't love it. I think I gave that one like 3.5 maybe. It was like good writing and intriguing world, but I just didn't get real connected with anything. This one, however, oh my god, so great. I thoroughly enjoyed this. The character development was stunning, so good, and the world is so interesting. It's like an African-inspired world, like African cultures, traditions, etc. But it's very much a made-up fantasy world. So good. I'm so excited for the next book in this series, which I believe is coming out next year. Can't remember the name of it. But anyways, yeah, this one. And the one that I just retroactively changed to 5 is Wrath by John Gwynne. So this would have been my first new 5 star of the year, is this one. I had originally given it 4.75. But yeah, when I think back on this book, like, it impacted me emotionally so many times. Like, I was full on crying at one point. So I gotta change it to 5. So those 4 are my favorites of the year. Of these 4, my favorite probably would be, oh man, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Number 3 is what's your most disappointing book so far this year? And I have 2. One that was just fucking atrocious, and one that was not atrocious by any means. I enjoyed it, but I wanted more from it. I was expecting more, and I don't know if I just got my expectations up too high, but the first one that I fucking hated, you can probably guess, is this bitch that I pre-ordered and was very hopeful for, because book 2, I was pissed off for like 80% of that book. I was just fucking so annoyed with the main character and just kind of miserable. Probably would have DNF'd had there not been other things about it I was enjoying. And I was just like hoping, is she gonna snap out of it? Is she gonna stop being a dummy bitch? And she finally did. The final like 20% of that book, of book 2, I was like, okay, cool. We're back, we're here, we're good. Book 3, super excited for now. We got our main character back, being normal, like how I like her, whatever. Yeah, fuck this. I DNF'd it. I got 450 pages in to this 650 some page book, and I gave up. I could not be bothered. So fucking disappointing. And then the other one that I didn't rate low and I didn't dislike, and I will continue with this series, but Master of Jinn by P. Djeli Clark. I just was wanting so much more. I really enjoyed the short story and the novella, in the series, I think it's called the Jin universe. But yeah, I really enjoyed those. The characters were really fun. So I was like, okay, a full-length novel with these characters. Awesome. And then the novel just kind of fell a little flat for me. I think I still gave it 3. What did I give it? 3.5 maybe? What did I give it? 3.25. I gave it 3.25. And yeah, so I enjoyed it. It was perfectly fine, a little bit better than perfectly fine. But man, I just wanted so much more. I will continue. I'm wondering if it was just kind of like first full-length novel from an author who's very used to writing shorter works and very good at writing shorter works. Like Ring Shout is one of my favorite books ever. It's a novella, and oh my god, he's so good at that. And so I'm hoping maybe like he'll work out some of the kinks and the next book in the series will be better. I haven't bought a copy for that reason because I'm gonna wait until I read book 2 and see how I feel then. Number 4 is the genre you've read the most of this year, fantasy. Is anyone surprised? On my graph, I will check here. 81.4% of the books I've read this year have been fantasy. Number 5, name a favorite newly discovered author. Definitely gonna say Nevo for this. I read The Empress of Salt and Fortune and When the Tiger Comes Down the Mountain. Those novellas in that universe, which I can't remember that series now. The Singing Hills? Something. I don't know. I liked those. And I was like, okay, I'm very intrigued by this writing style. And then loved this, as we now know. Number 6, name the most surprisingly good book you've read this year. As I said in the wrap-up for this book, and when I talked about it, I don't want this to sound like I expected to not like this book or to like think it was bad. I expected 100% to think that it was polished and that the writing was good and all of that, but I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it because of the age range, and that is T.J. Young and the Orishas, Book 1, The Gatekeeper's Staff, by Antoine Bondelet. I've read basically all of his other books, and they were all adult, so this one being young adult, kind of upper middle grade. It's on the younger end because it's in the first book in the series, and our main character is 14. I just was nervous that I wasn't going to really enjoy it because of that, because of the tone and everything. But oh my god, it was so much fun. I gave it 4.5, I think, on Storygraph. Yeah, super high rating for me for, like, I just don't read middle grade or younger young adult. I don't even read a lot of young adult at all these days. So, yeah, very pleasantly surprised with how much fun I had with this. 7 is name your favorite and your most anticipated 2021 releases. So, The Chosen and the Beautiful, I'm not gonna grab it again. The Sun and the Storm, which you saw, this guy right here. Those, I think, have been my favorite releases. Were there any others? I guess The Gatekeeper's Staff also, that was released this year. And then my most anticipated coming up that I haven't finished yet, Under the Whispering Door by T.J. Klune, Jade Legacy by Fonda Lee, a couple NetGalley e-arcs that I have currently, a couple of them that I'm reading, Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne. It's already published, but I just hadn't gotten to it yet. And then The Jasmine Throne by Tasha Suri. I think that one is published already also, is it? Maybe? I'm in the middle of that one. And then I also have She Who Became the Sun, and I have Under the Whispering Door and Flashfire by T.J. Klune as well. Number 8, what is your next big priority for your reading? And it's to finish up those NetGalley e-arcs that I have received and not gotten to yet. Ugh. Number 9, what has been your bookish highlight? And I would have to say the Legends of the First Empire read-along that I have been hosting. It's been fun. There's not like hundreds of people joining in, but it's just really fun spreading the love for this series, and basically everyone who speaks up in the Discord server is really enjoying it and having a great time reading through it, so that has made me really happy. And then the final question is, who do you tag? for that one. I'm actually not going to tag anybody in these, but I'm jumping over to the couple of questions that I'm using from the mid-year book Freakout tag. So it's actually question number 8 on that list. Newest fictional crush. And for this, I have to go with Brishan from Radiance by Grace Draven. He was just such a cinnamon roll and so loving and caring and precious. So I gotta go with him. Number 9, newest favorite character. I would say either Jordan Baker from The Chosen and the Beautiful or, Danso or Lee Long. I just like their dynamic. Danso? I don't know, I didn't listen to audio, but I was like Danso and Lee Long. I really like their dynamic together. I don't know if one of them is my favorite new character necessarily, but like their dynamic together, I really enjoyed. And then number 10 from that list is a book that made you cry. Both of these made me cry. Age of War and Wrath. I feel like Wrath probably... Jesus Christ! Okay, I don't know if I'm still straight. I dropped a fucking book on the cord and it yanked the shit out. Anyway, I feel like I probably cried more while reading Wrath than Age of War, I think. I had read Age of War before, but I still was emotionally impacted by some of the things. But yeah, I think Wrath probably made me cry. Because a couple times it made me cry just from the sheer, like, epicness of some shit that was happening. And then a couple times it was really sad. So yeah, these two. 11 is Book That Made You Happy, Radiance by Grace Draven. It's just so fucking cute. Just such a cute romance. And 12 is the most beautiful book that you've bought this year or received. And that has absolutely got to be this omnibus from Barnes & Noble of Monstrous. Because, oh my God, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Oh God, I love it. Like, look at the spine. Oh, it's so beautiful. And it's issues 1 through 18, which I think is volumes 1 through 6. Pretty sure. But yeah, this is just beautiful. And there we go. Those are all the questions I'm going to do. But yeah, I'm not tagging anyone because like everyone does these anyway. If you weren't going to do them, I tag you to do either one or both. Pick and choose like I did. Leave a little emoji down below if you don't have anything to say, but just want to say hello. As always, thank you so much for your time. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.